kill it. Before I ate, I need a closet like a clothing store. I need a cash register.
It's been an absolute war out there. Neither side giving in. Both want to advance to the next round. It's the Eastern Conference Playoff Game 6, right here on 2K Sports. In this one, you'll see the Philadelphia 76ers against the Atlanta Hawks at State Farm Arena. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline.
Here we go.
And it's the Hawks to start out. Here's Glover. Pass to Bremer. Here's Henderson. Ratliff a screen on Iverson. Glover. Rebounded by Coleman.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Bremer. To the paint. Here's Ratliff. And that one, good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Snow. Iverson right side. Cleans it up off the glass.
And, you know, for being a smaller guard, Iverson is a master at finishing inside. Just remarkable.
Henderson with a screen on Iverson. Inside. Pick off in midair. Here's the break. And the dunk by Iverson.
And the coach has to be happy with that play, turning the steal into an easy deuce on the other end.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Out to Henderson. Pass to Glover. Here's Bremer. Oh, good with the triple. Williams looking over the floor. Here's Snow. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Look, he'll take that shot every time up the floor.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That one misses. The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Bremer. Here's Glover. Iverson covering. Fades and shoots. It's hauled in by the 76ers. They come off a really big loss on Sunday.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
And that can drive guys absolutely crazy. I mean, they know they're better free throw shooters than that, but just did not get it done from the line.
Here's Glover after the made shot from Allen Iverson. Here's Glover. And nothing is falling for him right now. The 76ers leading by 6. Here's Snow. Over to the wing. Here's Van Horn. The rebound by Theo Ratliff.
Soft defense in that mid-range area, but they got away with it this time.
Here's Glover. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make. He is 1 for 4.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Van Horn. Pocket 6. Pass to Snow. Iverson outside. The rebound by Theo Ratliff. The Hawks trail by 4. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Glover's got his second basket.
and they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
To the inside. Here's Iverson. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Bremer, still without a basket.
Derek Cole. First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Glover. The Hawks working the ball around. Let's go. Just 5 to shoot.
A strong, crafty defender. Snow really works hard at that end of the floor.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Here's Van Horn. Here's Coleman. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Here's Bremer. Throws it up high.
Saw the opening and dropped a dime right out of the pick and roll. Beautiful.
Here's Snow. To the left side wing. Here's Van Horn. And the layup's good off the glass. Van Horn's got 6 points.
You'd certainly like to see a little better rim protection right there.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I spoke with the head coach of the Hawks. He knows his defense has to bring their A game against this Iverson-led offense. Coach told me AI can break a defense open with his quickness and fearless nature, but we're going to throw some length at him and do our best to stay in front of him. Pound for pound, he's one of the toughest players to guard. Back to you, Kev.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, Snow, terrific job there. Just kind of setting the pace. Exceptional at breaking down the defense with his passing.
Henderson with a screen on Snow. And then Henderson with the jam.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Here's Snow. He has yet to score. Iverson passes to Van Horn. The shot missing. Excellent defense there from Henderson. Here's Bremer. Radliff a screen on Snow. Bremer passes to Glover. 4 on the clock. And it's blocked.
Coleman, great length. The wingspan of a Condor really excels at reaching out and turning shots away.
Three-pointer.
That's textbook defense there. I mean, just how you want to play it. Stay connected, force a tough shot.
Pass to Snow. Back to Iverson. Plenty of space. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
You know, I mean, heck, Iverson just out there doing what he does best, scoring the rock. And the defense hasn't had much of an answer, pun intended.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Now Ratliff. Pass to Henderson. Here's the screen. Right wing. 3 on the clock. The shot by Bremer, no good. The 76ers leading by 6. Driving to the basket. Iverson passes to Snow. Back to Iverson. Jacks up a 3. Theo Ratliff grabs the miss. Ratliff's got 4 rebounds in this game. Ratliff a screen on Williams. Driving in. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that. Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Ratliff hits them both. Philadelphia leading by 4. And here is Iverson. He's got 12. Here's Van Horn. Hits the front of the rim and out. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Dickow. Bryant comes with the double team. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Here's Henderson. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot.
The Hawks trail by 4. Pass to Dickow. Back to Robinson. Henderson passes to Dickow. No good from the wing. Philadelphia leading by 4. Pass to Bryant. Misses from short range. Atlanta shooting just 35% to start the game. Robinson up top. Here's Dickow. Hawks passing it around. The Hawks again can't hit. And for the 76ers, they're shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Here's Buckner. No scoring in this one. Iverson outside. Over Newble. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And the 76ers lead by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Ratliff against McCullough. Henderson outside. Robinson for 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Buckner the pass to Iverson. Softly drops in the floater. And now an 8-point 76ers lead.
Skilled in so many ways. The floater is just one of a number of slick shots Iverson has up his sleeve.
Here's Dickow. Here's Newble. No good from outside. And that concludes the first quarter of play. 76ers lead by 8. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. And we're back. Good to have you with us for 2K Sports coverage of Game 6. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Philadelphia?
The defense has been giving them plenty of mid-range jumpers, and they've been making them pay for that mistake.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
The Hawks trail by 8. Pass to Dickow. They set the pick. Back to Robinson. Denied for the third time. He's 0 for 3. Philadelphia leading by 8. Here's Howard. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid in by Bryant. Bryant's got his first basket of the night.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Mohamed. Rebound by McCulloch. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Buckner. There's a good screen to the middle. Brentius, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now here's Howard, guarded closely. Can't connect from short range. The Hawks trail by 12. Here's Dickow. Kept alive. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Howard with it. Pass to Buckner from outside the arc. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. And the 76ers lead by 15. Now a timeout called by Atlanta.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
So both teams changing it up here. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Out to the right wing. Hawks passing it around. Anderson looking it over. Here's Mohamed, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Snow. Scoreless thus far. From about 19 feet. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
Sinking these mid-range J's, Allen Iverson.
Bremer passes to Henderson. Robinson on the wing over Williams. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Iverson outside. The 76ers, another 3.
And it's encouraging seeing Iverson just bury the 3 ball. When he's got that shot going, he is basically unguardable.
Here's Bremer. Mohamed with a screen on Snow. They get it again. Goes back up. Great D that time from McCulloch. Now the 76ers with it. They've got a 12-2 run in progress.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Here's Bremer. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 14-4 run. Pass to Iverson. Over Glover. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Iverson's got 9 points in the quarter. The Hawks trail by 20. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now, here is Robinson. And a miss there on the triple.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Now, here's Bryant. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. Glover the pass to Henderson. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Gets it in close and doesn't waste that high percentage shot.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Atlanta calls timeout. So both teams making some changes here.
One shot.
And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 16-7 run. Iverson outside. Drives to the hoop. And he uses the glass on the layup. Iverson's got 27 points.
He's really cagey on the attack. Iverson has a real knack for knowing when to slash and get to the rim.
Here's Bremer. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Atlanta making a switch here. Ratliff is checked in. Coleman's checked in for Philadelphia. Here's Snow. Nothing on the board. Over to the left wing. Van Horn, the pass to Iverson. 6 on the shot clock. Hits from the high post. And the 76ers lead by 21.
Oh, nice stroke on Iverson's jumper. He looks so confident taking that shot.
Here's Bremer. Pass to Glover. Back to Henderson. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. Ratliff a screen on Iverson. Atlanta again missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Quick shot there, and it's off target. Atlanta's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. The three. And so the ball's out of bounds. Henderson touched it last.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 20-7 run. Iverson outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Baiting defenders into fouls. AI so good at drawing fouls and getting to the strike.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
You can really tell Iverson approaches the game with a single-minded focus. Can be intimidating trying to defend a guy with his level of skill and determination.
And both free throws good for Iverson. Atlanta with the ball. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Doubled by Iverson. Here's Bremer. Here's the screen. Henderson outside. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Here's Van Horn. Henderson defending. Iverson right side. Connects on the 17-footer. 33 points for Iverson.
And that one looked good the moment it left his hands.
Atlanta's shooting a pretty pitiful 25% in this game. Offensively, they can't get anything going. Atlanta calls timeout. Here's Glover. Henderson with a screen on Iverson. Can they get it? And Henderson lays it in. Henderson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, that's the goal of pick and roll. Get that separation you need.
Iverson left side. Shoots over Henderson. Iverson no luck. Here's Bremer. Henderson with a screen on Snow. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Goes to Philadelphia.
Philadelphia leading by 23. Allen Iverson on the wing. Bank shot. No good. And it's the Hawks ball. Here's Bremer. Henderson with a screen on Snow. Bremer passes to Henderson. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Here's Snow. Still scoreless. On the wing, Iverson. Five to shoot.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
It's tipped.
And he sent a message with that swat. Do not come in my house.
The Hawks trail by 21. A minute 50 left in the first half. Ratliff a screen on Snow. The shot by Bremer, no good.
He's letting it fly, but the results just have not been there.
Here's Snow. Iverson outside. The 76ers with another miss. Glover the pass to Bremer. .115 left here in the second. The three. Offensive rebound. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Hawks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Henderson.
You know, with the style of game he has, seems like no matter the system, he's going to succeed.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The 76ers leading by 20. Pass to Snow. 55 seconds left to play here in the half. Iverson from 16 feet away, he cans it. And now that's 35 points for Iverson.
As a scorer, Iverson has great concentration. He's totally fixated on finding a shot.
Bremer passes to Glover. The Hawks working the ball around. Back to Henderson. Here's Glover. Over Iverson. And it's Glover missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Snow. Still without a basket. They set the pick. The 76ers need to get off a shot.
What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his bounce.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. What a game we're seeing from Allen Iverson.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. Here's Snow. No scoring in this one. Pass to Coleman. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. Theo Ratliff grabs the miss. Ratliff's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And it's in there.
Gets it inside and goes to work. That's how it's done.
The 76ers leading by 22. Here's Snow. Iverson outside. Taps in the tray. Iverson's got 38 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Ratliff. It's blocked.
Great effort on defense there, denying them down low.
And here's Iverson outside. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Ratliff's shot is good.
Caught the defense sleeping and sets up a wide open shot.
Here's Snow. Still yet to score. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Glover. It's Henderson on the wing. Here's Bremer. Driving inside. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Threw it down with force. Terrific flush.
Here's Snow. Iverson outside. The 76ers another 3.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Bremer. Pass to Glover. Back to Henderson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Bremer. And Van Horn pulls it down. Van Horn's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Snow. Back to Iverson. Over Glover. Iverson right side. Rebounded by the Hawks. Radliff's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Henderson with a screen on Snow. Inside. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
On the wing, Iverson lets it fly. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Here's Bremer. Pass to Glover. Here's Bremer. Here's the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Bremer's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
And Larry Brown wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Down low, Coleman. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Bowman showing real intensity inside, getting right in the defense's face to draw the foul.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And also, the mid-range game has been working as well. They kept that as a big part of their game plan, and boy, are they being rewarded for it.
Well, unique is what Coleman is. Derek Coleman, a big man who can really shoot it, can play inside. He is a real matchup problem for the defense.
Here's Bremer. He has 7. 6 to shoot. Here's Ratliff from down in the low post. It goes. Radliff's got 12.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Snow the pass to Van Horn. Here's Snow. Pass to Coleman. All sorts of time. Another possession. Another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Bremer. He's covered by Snow. Ratliff a screen on Snow. Takes it inside. A shot by Bremer, no good. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Here's Snow. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Coleman. And again, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Let's keep it going for your very own A-Town Dance.
For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Henderson right side. Stolen away. And now Philadelphia on the break. Deflects the pass. Here's Bremer. He's got 7. To the paint. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Van Horn. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist. Van Horn's got 8.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
The Hawks shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Here's Bremer. There's the triple. It doesn't go for him. Now here's Iverson. And they get it back. Offensive rebound. Van Horn. Oh, that's blocked.
Playing strong defense inside the paint there. They'll think twice before trying that again.
And the Hawks making a change here. Robinson's checked in. Buckner's checked in for the 76ers. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Ratliff. Outside Robinson. Over Van Horn. Robinson, that's good.
Able to get to the hoop with those nice handles, leading to an easy finish.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. To the middle. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Here's Bremer. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. Pass to Buckner, stolen by Ratliff. Here's Bremer. He's got 7. Ratliff down low. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Van Horn. Over Newble. Van Horn, no good. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
They set the pick. Pass to Bremer. A three-pointer is right on target. Bremer's got 10.
And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot.
Right side, Williams. Fades away. Ratliff with the rebound. Ratliff's got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to Bremer. Here's Glover over Buckner. And it's Glover missing.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Alice position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Williams, and another assist.
And he's in total control of the offense. What a game.
In fact, he's almost at the franchise record for assists in a playoff game. Here's Bremer. He's covered by Snow. Pass to Coleman. Here's Buckner. Shot clock at 6. Here's Snow. He has yet to score. 1:46 left in the third. Here's Bremer. 10 points for him. Robinson up top from 11 feet away, and that one comes up a bit short. Philadelphia's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight, 50% exactly. 1:16 left to play here in the third. Buckner, good.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
To the right side. Here's Glover over Buckner. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Open midi right there. That's letting the defense off the hook when you don't cash in.
Snow the pass to Van Horn. It's blocked.
Love the aggressive defense right at the rim. He refused to let that thing get through.
Atlanta's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Outside Robinson. Can they get it? And he hits the jumper for 2. Robinson's got 4 points now in the quarter. And so it's Philadelphia in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. Back right after this. And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. Henderson outside. Pass to Muhammad. Here's Ham. 6 to shoot. Here's Dickow. And here's Henderson. And then Henderson with the dunk.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Now here's Iverson. And he banks in the layup. Iverson's got 48.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Here's Henderson. Deep 2 from Robinson. Rebound by McCulloch. McCulloch's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Bounce pass Howard. Now here's Iverson. D right on him. Good, he hits again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter.
Greg Buckner, first personal foul, first team foul. Into the lineup for Philadelphia, number 14, Efthimios.
And so here's Atlanta. Here's Dickow. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, that's the goal of pick and roll. Get that separation you need.
Philadelphia's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. There's the screen. Here's Buckner. Now Howard. Just 2 to shoot. Over Ham. Here's McCulloch. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Here's Dickow. Good on the 3-point shot.
Boy, he's knocking them down from deep.
And so here is Philadelphia. And here is Howard. Pass to Buckner. Screen by Bryant. And finish off by Bryant.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Dickow, the pass to Robinson. Off target with his 3. The 76ers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Henderson outside. Ham passes to Robinson. Here's Dickow. Launches it. Here's Muhammad. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Putting his hard hat on and getting his hands dirty. Going to work.
Howard with it. Pass to Buckner. There's the pick. Down low. Here's McCollum. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
That is what we talk about. Make the next pass. Fantastic feed.
Here's Dickow. Henderson outside. Ham passes to Henderson. Hawks passing it around. Dickow. Rebound by McCulloch. For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Now, here's Howard. Pass to Buckner. Now, Howard. Bryant, the bounce pass. Count it.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there beautifully.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Henderson passes to Muhammad. Here's Ham. Here's Dickow. Trains the three-pointer.
And his ability to affect the game goes way up when he's knocking down shots from three-point range.
Now, here's Howard. Pass to Buckner. Fires the three. Rebound by the Hawks. Muhammad's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Ham passes to Dickow. Now, here is Robinson. Misses the three. To the inside. Here's Buckner. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Getting inside, putting pressure on the defense. You've got to have that kind of aggressive approach.
Greg Buckner. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. No good on the second free throw. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. They set the screen, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Duncan, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Now, here's Howard. Here's Buckner. Out to Duncan. Pass to Howard. There's the three. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Hawks have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here's Glover. He's guarded by Howard. Here's Bremer. Hands it from downtown.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Now Howard. Pass to Buckner. Screen by Duncan. Inside, cuts off the pass. And then Henderson with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
For Atlanta, they've got more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12.
Set the feet, spot up, excellent execution.
The 76ers leading by 21. And here is Howard. Pass to Buckner. To the middle. Rencius. And the layup falls.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Bremer. Here's Ratliff. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
Philadelphia has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Pass to Howard. There's the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Buckner, no good. The Hawks trail by 21. Henderson outside. Here's Bremer. Off target from three-point range.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
McCulloch with it. Lays it up off the glass. McCulloch's got 8 here in the quarter.
When you get looks from there, you're doing a lot right.
Atlanta's gotten 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. Here's Bremer. Pass to Ratliff. No good with the layup.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. Here's Buckner. Down low. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Bremer. The tray. It's not going to go for him. The 76ers shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall?
And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for the 76ers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so this will do it. They'll end up taking the series in 6 games, 4-2.
Yeah, it gives them just a little bit of time to rest and study some tape. They've got a much tougher hill to climb in the next round.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Iverson.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Henderson, no good. Here's Buckner. And they're going to move on to the conference semifinals. It took them 6 games to do it, Greg, but they finally asserted themselves and move on to round 2.
And I really think it benefits a team to have a competitive series in round 1. It gets those playoff juices kind of flowing, if you will. Prevents any kind of complacency from setting in.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you later.